ready to become one of the most annoying hunters in PvP? Let me help you out. Today I'm going to show y'all my one and only Void build. Void build! You get to go INVIS so often. You can practically keep 100% INVIS uptime during a round of Trials of Osiris. The Night Stalker Hunter subclass this season with the launch of Heresy has become something else. It's actually insane. This Void build paired with Radiant Dance Machines, the exotic boots, allows you to essentially store INVIS dodges. So every time you use your primary, sorry, everyone who doesn't know how to use a primary, this video's not for you. You might as well click off now. If you use your primary pretty consistently, especially paired with the Redrix S-Stock Pulse Rifle from the competitive game mode in Destiny 2, you can stack up 3 Void dodges in a round of Trials of Osiris and kind of go crazy with it. Now, what makes this Void build so good? Not only is it the fact that you can stack up your INVIS dodges on your Radiant Dance Machines, but the brand new Void aspect on the Prowl changes the game completely. Not only can you mark a target and see them outlined in red when you go INVIS, but if you take out that target and they're marked and you kill them, they drop a smoke around wherever you took that person down. So let's say you're in a 1v2 situation, you see one of them marked, you come out of INVIS and you take down that first target with the person standing next to them. Now they become clouded and smoked. Now that they're weakened, you can essentially win that 1v2 without an issue because they can't see, they're slowed, they're weakened, you're doing more damage, and they're taking damage from the smoke that dropped from that marked target. It's kind of insane when you think about it. And not only that, when you destroy that priority target, your reload, your speed, your stability, and for a short duration, you're granted grenade melee and class ability energy. So every time you really lean into going after your marked target, and you can see them whether it's an Iron Banner, in sixes, quick play, or trials, if you take that target down, you're going to stack up an INVIS on your boots. You're going to make them weaken. You're going to tick whoever goes in that cloud. And once you take down that target, you can run to where that cloud of smoke is and go INVIS for free, which means you're INVIS the whole time. You're getting buffs. You're weakening the other team. It's insane. You can keep rolling it over and over and over each and every time you go INVIS. On the Prowl has completely changed how good this Void subclass is, and man, I am loving it. Now with On the Prowl, there's not really anything else that's going to pair well with it. On the Prowl makes the entire Void build essentially. Obviously you want Vanishing Step to make your dodges invisible because you're going to stack them up with Radiant Dance Machines. And now when it came to my fragments, I really just kind of built into my stats. The only ones I think are kind of important are Echo of Leeching. If you ever come into a melee fight and you want to start regenning as soon as you get a melee defeat, that's what you want to go for. Also, you need to have Echo of Persistence. This is going to allow your invisibility to last longer than what it usually would without it, which is a very, very big one. Now, I always recommend Echo of Dilation. It doesn't really do anything with the build per se, but it gives you mobility and intellect. But while you're crouched, your radar is more fine-tuned. You can actually crouch faster, but that radar allows you to essentially check your radar, see where people are, go INVIS, and then push in that direction because you have a more precise, accurate like ping from your radar as opposed to not having it at all. My other fragments are just, they're in terms of building up my stats. So I have Echo of Domineering and Obscurity. Obscurity is going to do nothing. Obviously it grants, you know, finisher final blows, grant invincibility, but it's just building up my stats, and that's really all I have. Now when it comes to my smoke and grenade, I run Axiom bolts because on certain maps you can essentially do a really good wombo combo and almost take down an entire team of 3 off the rip. This happened last weekend on Burnout Trials, and you're able to just jump over walls and toss them and kind of just make an entire team one shot off the rip without really trying. And you're building up your invis and you just tie them down with whatever primary you're chasing them down with. Now I will warn, Spectral Blades is still not good. It's a very bad hit registration super, always has been and always will be. I hear it's better on M&K. I'm not sure. Play this game on controller. Okay, whoa, don't come after me now. So if you really just want a super that's going to help you capture point or shut down another super, obviously you just run Deadfall. You can run Mobiuz Quiver. I just run Spectral Blades because one, you can get it pretty quickly, especially since you're using a primary with the RDMs, which is very important for this whole build. You need to be a primary weapon fighter. So Spectral Blades you're going to get pretty quickly. You could probably get it quicker than most other supers in the lobby if you're really focusing into your primary. It just depends. Like, do you want an inconsistent super? When it works, it works. When it doesn't, when it doesn't work, it gets so sad and lonely, and you're just sitting there swiping. You're just cutting the grass, giving him a haircut, swing, 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 and you're just not getting, you know, forget it. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. When it works, it works. You make the choice. Just know it's an inconsistent super, but you'll get it fairly quickly thanks to your primary usage because you're really focusing into your RDM build, aka your Radiant Dance Machines. This build is a build I'm going to be running until it gets nerfed. It is probably one of the best hunter builds you can run, period, right now in terms of endgame PvP. So if you're really looking to dive into Trials of Osiris or you want to dive into Iron Banner, this is the build you want to run. You're going to have invis so often. You're going to mark targets. You're going to create weakened smokes. You're going to be able to go invis once you get defeats. It's just going to make you feel like you are a solo hunter just tracking down targets, and it feels amazing when you could pull off the perfect string of marked targets and just taking them out one by one, staying invis 100% of the time while stacking up your invis dodges on your Radiant Dance machines. This is a build, once you get used to it and you learn how to kind of go from target to target and pick out which one's marked and just take them down piece by piece, you're never going to want to run another subclass in the game. If you guys have been running something similar, or you want to potentially change up an aspect that you feel like could make this build a little bit better, or fine tune it to a way that works with you, or even like change the grenade and be like, oh, this works better for me, Knitehawk, please let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know if you try out the build and if it works out for you. Let me know if you play a game and without the build and you put on the build and see if you feel a difference, if you feel that the void build is actually helping you be a better player in the Crucible. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you enjoy the void build. I'll see you out there in the Trials of Osiris. Have a good one, y'all.